Okay, this is going to be a brief video on rules for significant figures for adding and subtracting and rules for multiplying, dividing. When you're doing those operations, how many significant figures can you report in your answer? So there are two different sets of rules. One set of rules for addition and subtraction, it is the same for those two operations, and one set for multiplication and division. Those rules are, those have the same rules. Okay, so I'll do the answer in, we'll do the answer in green. Let's let's do black. Okay, so right here, first off, for all of these, you do get the entire answer, and then we worry about how many to report. So this is a 2, 8, 6, 4, 3, and you could do it on a calculator and then write the answer. But in addition and subtraction, I like layering it like this. Okay, so what is our rule? Well, if you can only report the last digit that you know of. Well, what do you mean by that? The last place value that you actually know the number of, or a significant digit in. So right here, we know this one, it's the hundredths place value. We know this one, which is the hundredths place value. So we kind of cannot report this too, because we don't know this. We don't know this number right here. That's a big question mark. So since we don't know that, we can't report this too. Okay, so what do? We round it. 34.6. Now this is a 2, so it rounds down. 8, and that is our answer. 4 significant figures, if you care to write that number, but it's 4 significant figures, but that's the number we can report. Okay, let's do another one. Subtraction right here. So we can do this here. 3, 1, and then that's a 6, carry the 1 point. Whoops, I'm adding. Whoops, 3, 1, 2, 0.0. All right, now, once again, what is the last place value that we know in there? And we don't know right kind of here. See, oh no, we don't. So we have to round here. So this is 0.02, round down. One sig fig for that one, actually. That's all we can report. Let's do one more addition and subtraction here. Let me get a different color. And let's get black again. Okay, so here, section this off here. Okay, we'll call this problem 2B or whatever, or not 2B. That is the question. Whether is no ruler to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. All right, so what we have here, let's do a new problem, and it'll be, say we have 33,310 plus 4,200. All right, excuse me. You add them up. Now, what's the last digit we know here? Right here, we don't know this, we don't know this. These are, I'm sorry, I'm pointing. I'm bad about pointing and not illustrating what I'm pointing at because I see it with my pointer. But so we don't know this right here. This digit right here, we don't know. This digit, those are not significant figures. If you're confused about why those are not significant, you have to look at your rules, your earlier video on significant figures. This 0, and this 0, these are not significant. So we don't know really that this 1 is a 1 because see this little green question mark right here? We don't know that that 1 is a 1 because we don't know that this 0 is actually a 0. We reported that's a placeholder to the right. This placeholder, this is not significant. So we actually have to round it to 7500, 2 significant figures, because we do not know that digit there. Okay, so that's 7,500. So there is the rules for that. Now let's go to multiplication and division. Multiplication and division have a separate rule, completely separate. You must separate it in your mind, that they are two different rule sets. I'm going to multiply this on the calculator, and this is 10.5096. Okay, and I'll do this one down, the bottom one, 21.43 divided by 7.42. We get 16.365229, blah, blah, blah. Now, for multiplication and division, the completely different rule set, you just find, and in some ways it's easier, how many significant figures are here? That's 4 sig figs. How many for this one? 2 sig figs. Once again, if you don't understand that, you got to go to your rules of sig figs in the earlier video. 4 and 2, which one's smaller? Well, 2 is smaller. You can only report 2, so you must round this to 2 sig figs. You must do 0.5. Oh, that rounds up. 10. If it was just, if this was a 4, it'd be 10.10, 0, and a decimal point. But you want to round that up to an 11, so the answer is an 11. How about this one? 3 sig figs, or sorry, 3 figs. 4, 5. You got to be able to count, Mr. Endershot. 5 sig figs, geez, and talk. 3 sig figs, all right, so which one's smaller? 3, so you can only report 3. 16.4, you round up. All right. So, there we go. I will give you one special problem, though. I'm going to move down and do another addition and subtraction one. So let's do one more. And at this point, if you can stop the video if you don't want to watch anymore. But this is a problem that could come up on the bonus, one of the bonus problems. But so suppose we had 3,370 plus, and I'm making this up as I go, 530. We're adding this 0, 0, carry the 1, 8, 9, 39. Now, how many significant digits are you supposed to report? Well, I'm going to change the color here. And look at this. We don't know this one and we don't know this one, so we shouldn't know this one. But we do know this digit right here, so we should know this. Should reporting this. You're like, oh, we could write it as 390, right? No. Oh, 390.0. There's your 3. Now this is 3,900. You must report 3,900 with 3 significant figures. Look, 1, 2, 3. You know this digit. You should report this digit. You don't know this digit, but it has to be 3,900. You can't change the actual number. The only way to do this, the safe way to write any answer in the correct number of significant figures is scientific notation. So look, we move it 1, 2, 3 over. It's 3.90, and we want to report this 0. That's why we're putting it there, times 10 to the third. This is 3,900 reported with 3 sig figs. 3,900, if you wrote it like that, would only be 2 sig figs because those zeros wouldn't count. You're trying to represent that to let people know that you know 3 significant figures. So scientific notation is the only way to represent 3,900 to 3 significant figures. Scientific notation is a beautiful way to write an answer or a number to the correct number of significant figures. Thank you.